a 3-game set with Tulsa using 11 forwards most of the time, 10 forwards most of the time today, and 1 goaltender. Can you speak kind of to the depth and resiliency of your roster?
Yeah, you know, it's interesting. I was standing behind the bench with about 6 minutes left, and obviously they get the goal, and you know, you got to love the dramatics about hockey, you know, and it's the game's never over, and a bounce here and a bounce there, and all of a sudden the game looks totally different. And, you know, but our group, our bench was good. We've talked a lot about our bench here and just the bench energy that we want, that we believe transfers to the ice. And, you know, obviously our leader being back, you know, Eddie was a big part of that, but other guys, Gouldy and Evans, and you know those guys, we've been missing them for long periods of stretches here throughout the season. So to have them just kind of stabilize the group, and then you know even some of the new guys, Denny and Otter, and you know it's a fun group to be around, you know, and that's the cool part about this league. I've said it once, I'll say it 100 times. It's that next man up mentality, and you never know when you're going to get an opportunity to be a difference maker.
Speaking of people coming back or new faces, Josh Boyer returned to the lineup, got an assist, showed his physical side as always. How do you feel like his first game back?
I thought he was fantastic. He won a bunch of, you know, everything that you said, plus he won a bunch of important face-offs for us. He threw some big hits out there. He blocked some big shots. You know, his game doesn't necessarily show up on the stat sheet, but it shows up in our room, and it shows up with our guys, and it shows up with our culture. So to get him back and just have that another engine through the middle of the ice, it allowed Lockhart to go to the wall, where I think he's a little bit better suited. And you know, again, when you roll centermen where you have like Matsushima, you got Boyer, you got Denny, and then you got Mans. I mean, they're pretty hard players to play against. They're 200-foot players. They're honest players, and very fortunate as a coach to have that.
Finally, it seemed like Tulsa was throwing literally everything they could against Cass today. Can you speak a little bit about his performance over the weekend and tonight?
Yeah, well, you know, for pretty much a 3-3 for a goalie, you know, Pretz gave us that one period yesterday, and then he went in, so, you know, 8 of 9 periods. And then, you know, we didn't really do many favors. We gave up 43 shots today, or maybe a little bit more. So, you know, obviously he's earned the day off tomorrow, and, you know, now we just got to sort of figure out, you know, what we're going to do here moving forward. And but again, I can't say enough positive things about him. Since the day he got here, he's been one of the first at the rink, one of the last to leave. He's been so, like, bought in and stuck into what we're doing here. And, you know, that means a lot to me personally, and then obviously it means a lot to our group.
Thank you, Coach.
Would you classify that as a dirty road win at home?
I mean, no, I think we got some of the best fans in the league, and, you know, they deserve a lot of credit. You know, they really get behind us, you know, and I think our front office staff is doing a great job. So I don't want to minimize or marginalize anyone's efforts. You know, I know it goes a lot of work that goes into this that I'm clearly not even aware of. But again, they did a great job for a 3-3, you know, to have the fans come out. I think Friday was a little light just because of the storm. People were concerned about their safety, but Saturday and Sunday, you know, against the same team, but our fans continue to show up. Now we're doing a great skate with them and just trying to, you know, pay that forward and show how much that means to our group. And we got great players that are willing to do that after a 3-3, as we mentioned earlier, with, you know, pretty much 10 forwards and 60 and 1 goalie.
You know, I know you talked individually about some of these players just a few moments ago, but just the resiliency of this group to reach down, beat one of the top teams in the Mountain Division, not once, but twice after losing on Friday. I mean, just speak to the resiliency of the team.
Yeah, you know, I thought yesterday we kind of got on top of them. And, you know, even I think games within the game, there's momentum. And then I think even within series, there's momentum. You know, obviously the first game, we felt like they just flooded our defensive blue line. We felt like, wow, they're like, you know, they're so quick in transition. We weren't able to match their speed or their intensity. We made a couple lineup changes. And then last night, I thought we kind of took the momentum back of the series, where today it was kind of, you know, a chess match back and forth, but it was definitely more even. And then, like I said, you know, our guys, you know, their stick with itness was really paid off, and we kind of endured. We got the power play goal, which again then got the fans into it. And then, you know, we're a hard team to play once you get up a goal, and then once you get up 2 or 3, you know, we're, again, as I said earlier, we got those 4 centermen going through the middle of the ice. They take up a lot of space, and they really grind other teams down.